Good afternoon, Gators. How we doing? This video this afternoon, this recording is meant to help you with your Unit 6 equations review. So I'm going to go through a couple questions on this board here that will hopefully help you prepare for that first online quiz that is coming up on Tuesday on Unit 6 equations. So that being said, I haven't had anyone ask any questions yet with their unit review today, so I've chosen a couple questions that will hopefully help you out. But if you have questions still later today or tomorrow, please ask, and I can post another video hopefully helping you with those ones that you have specific questions on. So let's get started. The first question I chose is 2D. So question 2D in your unit review asks you to take a question that's in the form of words and numbers and put it into an equation. So we're going to look here at 2D together. Kind of weird sitting and writing down, but I don't want to get in the way of the board. So 2D says, a number divided by 8 is 9. So a number divided by 8 is 9. How do I write that down? Well, let's start with what it says first. It says a number. So a number, n, divided by 8 equals 9. There's the first thing the question is asked. That's your equation. Number divided by 8, make that a little clearer, is 9. So now to actually solve this question. Well, to get rid of that 8, what do we have to do? Why I picked this question is we haven't really done one like this on a video before. Because usually if we have n multiplied by 8, we divide to get rid of the multiplication. This time it's the opposite. So this time we have division, we need to multiply to get rid of this division. So if I'm dividing by 8, I've got to then multiply this side by 8 to get rid of this division over here. And on my right side, because I multiplied on my left, I need to also multiply by 8 on my right to balance out this equation. So now let's isolate the variable, let's get it alone. These 8's cancel out, because we're doing the opposite division, which is multiplication, and I'm left with my n equals, well, 9 times 8 is 72. N equals 72. Okay, so a fairly easy question once you know the steps to go through. So because I was dividing by 8, I used multiplying by 8 to cancel those two things out, and I'm left with n. Just like if it was adding 8, you'd use the opposite, subtract 8 to get rid of that 8. Hopefully that makes a little bit more sense now. So there's those two steps to that question. First, create your equation, then solve the equation. If you wanted to take this 72 and plug it in to check if your work is right, you could. You could go n equals 72, so 72 goes right here. 72 divided by 8, you would get 9. Okay, so there's 2D done for you. The next one I want you to look at is question number 6. So question number 6. I wrote it down here on my phone so I can read it out. Jerry makes some photocopies. He pays 25 cents for a copied card. So the card that he actually needs to go make the copies is 25 cents. Plus 8 cents for each copy he makes. Jerry paid a total of 81 cents. So how many copies does he make? First it wants you to write an equation, and then it wants you to solve this equation. And I'm going to solve this equation here using algebra, the last thing that we've kind of worked on this unit. So let's break down the question. It first says that Jerry makes photocopies. Is that part really relevant? No, it's just telling us what he's doing. But what is relevant is that he pays 25 cents for a copied card. So we know right away that Jerry is paying 25 cents. So we know Jerry's spent some money, he pays 25 cents. Plus, it says 8 cents for each copy he makes. So plus 8 cents And if it's for each copy, we're going to have to go multiply by each copy. So 25 plus 8 cents per copy. With me so far? After that, he said Jerry paid a total of 81 cents. So his total altogether is going to equal 81 cents. There's our equation. The 25 cents he paid for the card plus 8 cents per copy equals 81 cents. So now what we're trying to figure out, we're trying to solve for that variable C, that unknown. We're trying to find out how many copies he could make. So let's go through this equation together. First step is to, well, get that variable alone. Get this alone on this left side. And how do we do that? We first got to get rid of the 25 over here. That's a positive 25. So to get rid of that 25, I've got to subtract by 25. If I subtract by 25 on my left side of the equation, I've got to subtract by 25 on my right side of the equation. I'm going through this, 25 minus 25, they cancel out to 0. I am left with, on this left side, 8C. 8 times however many copies. That's what I'm left with on my left side. On my right side, 81 subtract 25 is 56. So equals 56. That came from here. So you're down to your second step of your equation. 8C equals 56. To get rid of multiplication, you have to do the opposite, which is division. So to get rid of that multiplication question, we're going to divide by 8. If I divide by 8 on my left, I have to divide by 8 on my right. These 8's cancel out. I am left with C equals, what is 56 divided by 8? Well, 56 divided by 8 should give us 7. So we know that in total, what was the guy's name again? Jerry. Jerry makes 7 copies. He's able to make 7 copies of his thing. It doesn't really say what he was photocopying, but he's able to make 7 copies. Okay? So those are those 2 questions I wanted to go through today. Remember that you are isolating your variable, and to do that, you need to get it alone. So you need to first get rid of your 25, which is your constant, then get rid of your 8, which is your coefficient. And as you're working through these questions, make sure you're balancing the equation by doing whatever you do to the left, you also do to the right. Okay? That's today's video. Remember, guys, if you do have more questions, please ask so that I can make some videos to help you solve them. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you later. Bye for now.